let's see why and how I quilted this special quilt the way I did. This is my bed quilt. When I first made it, we had a queen size bed, and I made it extra wide so that it would give us a lot of space on both sides. We have since bought a king size, so there's a little bit of a problem size-wise, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. But anyway, let's talk about how I quilted it. First, while I was making it, I appliqued these flowers onto the quilt, and I call the quilt my garden. So I don't have a lot of flowers on there. I didn't want it to be overwhelming. I just wanted to have some pretty flowers decorating this nice pattern. There, you can see my daisies in the sunlight. Let's see if I can block the light a little bit so you can see. There we go, there are my daisies. So this is a very simple pattern with some pretty flowers. So I thought, okay, how am I going to quilt this? I used my regular sewing machine, which was quite the feat considering the size of the quilt, but it turned out well. What I ended up doing was just doing irregular stripes on the green. I had no rhyme or reason as to how wide apart they were or how many there were in each rectangle. I just did it randomly. So some of them are quite wide and some of them are very narrow. And then in the cream or the off-white, I did leaves. And you can see that in the green blocks, I quilted in green thread, and in the sashings, I quilted in off-white. And I just quilted around the appliques. I did not quilt on them. This, well, actually I did quilt on them. I'm looking at it now. I quilted on the leaves, but not on the flowers themselves. So it was pretty easy. It was very time consuming because there was so much of it. And then you can see on the back what I did. So that is how I quilted Marijke's garden bed quilt.